it into the Franklin Mountains. I am so grateful. I was parked someplace not so safe. And someone, thank you very much, sent me $30 so that I could get out of there and get to a much safer location. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Just crossed into New Mexico. So relieved because I had a friend who gave me money to put gas in when I was in Fort Davis. Thank you, thank you. And I put all of it except for a couple bucks in so I could get some vegetables, something to eat, you know. But then, and I thought for sure it would be enough to get me to Las Cruces, is my next destination. But you know what? I didn't take into account the mountains. And they chewed up my gas a lot faster than I thought it would. So I pulled over at a rest area just south of El Paso and had to post again. But another friend gave me $30, just enough to catapult me to safety. Yay! I just didn't feel good about those spots. You know, I always trust my gut. And it was all truckers, which is not a bad thing, but you know, when there's no other cars, being smart, you know, I'm just being smart. I felt it in my gut that it wasn't a safe place to stop, and I knew I couldn't get through the Franklin Mountains without some help, and I'm so grateful for it. Thank you, thank you. So, good morning, everybody. I know. I'm such a little kid right now. I am parked on the west side of the Oregon Mountains so that I can watch the sunrise over them. I have wanted to do this ever since I first saw these mountains. I have painted them a number of times now from different perspectives, and I'm so excited for this view. I can't tell you. And last night it was really overcast. Like the clouds came in, you know. So I don't know. I could get really nothing, right? It could be so overcast that there's nothing. That could happen. It could be incredibly dramatic, right? With all of the breaking clouds and all sorts of cool stuff. Or I could just have a plain old, regular, plain old. They're always, all of them are beautiful. So this, what you're seeing right now, is me being so happy to be back in New Mexico. This is proof to me, right? This feeling, this excitement, this thrill of being where I am. And there's so much to say about the energy of this earth. And it's too much for me to say, because you know me and rabbit holes. Holy crap. So instead of falling down that one, I won't. I'm going to step around it. But I'm so excited to be here. And see? Yeah. This is me. I'm just on top of the world. And this energy that comes through me when I'm here is crazy. It's crazy. So it's like this, and it's like this. It's like first date butterflies, right? Like the first time, you know, every single time. I can't. So last night when I got here, I realized I didn't film anything. I took one picture to show a friend my view, and I'll put that right here. And so I know, right? But while I was getting myself all set up, and I was just kind of like, all right, I just drove a whole bunch of hours that I don't normally drive, but I did it because I needed to get a charge on my battery because solar's not working right now. So I did manage to get like 80% charge with all the driving I did yesterday. But having run the fan all night, it's now down to 50. So see how that works, right? And unfortunately, I did buy a model. Okay, this is another thing I think I'm going to ask my friend about in TRC. I bought a model that is supposed to be speed adjustable and reversible. However, when I bought it, I didn't have a place to really store it. It's not their fault, and it's, I just didn't realize, and we didn't communicate well. Anyway, there was a whole lot of rain, and it was being stored on the ground, and I was told it would be just fine, but it's not just fine. It shorted out the electrical panel, so it only works one speed. At least it works, right? At least it works. But it's supposed to do a heck of a lot more than it does. So it only draws air through the van and out, which, if it's going to be stuck in a position, I'm glad for that because of cooking, right? So, yay for that. But yeah, you might be able to fix that. That would be really cool, right? So last night, anyway, this guy pulled in and sort of was behind the van, and he was like, ma'am, I don't mean to intrude. I see you have a kitty. And Nugget was outside, right? And I said, you can come on over, and, and so he came around, and we started talking a little bit, and he said he was going to go dove hunting and asked if it would bother the cat. I was like, well, honestly, I don't know how she'd react. Because, no, I have cats. I don't want to do that to her. I just was checking to see if it would be okay. And I don't think it would be okay, because I can see her and you guys are all situated here, and she's not going to have a place to go if it scares her. So the fact that he was so thoughtful, that was like just a moment for me, right? It's one of those awesome moments. Anyway, we ended up having a wonderful conversation, and he named all the mountain ranges around here for me, pointed them all out, and told me a little bit about the one that's the closest and how it is a very spiritual mountain. And I don't even know that I'm saying that right. Please forgive me for not knowing what I'm saying. I'm learning slowly. I am learning. And I'm going someplace where I'm going to learn some more, because I can ask a woman I know, and she will certainly educate me. And I'm grateful for that, because I want to be educated. I have fallen in love with this land. And I want to know everything about it. Wow. I'm welling up, because I do. I want to know everything about where I am. I feel the intensity of it, and I'd love to understand what it is that I'm feeling. I mean, to me, it feels like pure joy. I can't. It's what it feels like, pure joy. Yeah. So I want to know more. I want to know as much as I can know. And I could watch a ton of videos. I could go to the library and do all the research, right? That's the way some people do it. For me, I like to hear the story. and feel the energy exchange while the story's being told. And yes, sometimes you can get that through videos. Sometimes. It's rare for me. I want to hear it the way it was originally told, right? I want to sit like a child and listen to the history of this land from someone who has told the story many times, but was told the story many times, right? By their elders. So I want to be a part of that. Hearing it authentically and told with love, right? And respect and joy and sorrow. Because I know there's a whole lot of that here too. But I will say the intensity of the joy way outweighs the sorrow. This is an incredible feeling. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this. Wow. Yeah. It is intense. Intense. I love it. Okay. I think I've expounded enough. I feel like Leo gets. Okay. Oh. Look, I have shine in my cheeks because I'm so excited. No, that's just the reflection of the light. But it's what it feels like when I'm looking at this. And I'm so excited for sunrise. And it's going to take a while because I'm further west. So the sunrise is a little bit later. So I have to wait for it. This East Coast born person. I was born in like this microcosm of insane busyness, right? In the tri-state area, lower Fairfield County, Connecticut. And it's all that go, right? Energy. And I was born into that energy. And I was from birth an early riser, up before everybody. And I even got in trouble for it when I was a kid. Because there were rules in the house. We were 6 kids, and I was one of the youngest, and only the oldest ones could be downstairs first. So I had to stay in my room. And I know it was about order and my parents trying to keep their sanity. I totally get that. However, it made me feel like I was doing a bad thing. And that, I unfortunately was the repercussion, right? That's an unfortunate repercussion of that kind of child rearing. I mean, yeah, it has something to say about who I am as a person. Very sensitive. I know. Anyway, always been up before the sun. And today was no different. 3 a.m. I was up, like wide awake, up. I did go to bed like 10 to 8. I couldn't stay awake. I was exhausted. So I got a good night's sleep. I did wake up to do my thing and got back into bed. And, and now there's a nice chill in the air. Because it's probably like 60 degrees, 59-ish, somewhere in there. Might be a little bit lower than that, but that might be just what it is because I was feeling 80 degrees yesterday, right? But I'm in the desert now. So instead of like everything being wet, my van has dried out. So now when I have hot flashes, I dry off faster. Thank you. So I go back to sleep faster. Just what I gotta live with. I am accepting it because I love this form that my spirit has been given for this life. I'm very grateful for it. This vessel has done me well, has served me. And yeah, it's got its failings, but you know, doesn't every vessel have its failings? Whatever. I think it's just part of being organic. Jeez. And I like being organic. I like the fact that this form, all of this, not this, you know, but all of this skin stuff is going to go back to the earth and become one with the earth again, right? But my spirit gets to continue. Do I know where it gets to continue to? No. I don't know that much. I'm not that knowledgeable, thank you. And to be quite honest with you, I don't need to know. I don't feel the need. I just know that there is more and it will come and I will get to experience it when it comes. Whatever it is. And I feel that every time I do this life on earth, and yeah, I do think there's something to be said for reincarnation. Because I do feel I've been here before. I know I have friends and family who will roll their eyes when I say this and think I'm crazy and stupid. I know that they think that, and it's okay. So, you know, that is what it is. But I do believe that I've been here before. And one of the things about this journey for me in the van, and this is something that has come to me along the way. It's not something I believed when I left, right? Like I had not this concept at all when I left. I just knew that it was something I was being guided to do. Is to get in the van and travel all 50 states and paint them. Like this burning desire inside me. And the little girl inside me wants desperately to write the book she's always wanted to write. And so I'm doing that too. And no, they're not making me tons of money now. I do hope that they will make me enough money to continue when they're finished, right? Like the book is going to take its time, and that's okay. And the paintings, they come, and they're getting better and better and better every single time. And for those who say, wow, sure. No, that's just me honestly looking at my work and seeing progress. Instead of being falsely humble, right? So I used to say, really? Wow, you think so? I used to be that person. And what I didn't realize is how false that was, because I knew it was good. I did know it was good. But I was so worried about what everybody else thought about it that I lost sight of this. But I also was trained in a way of I was just supposed to always be so humble. Just say thank you. Well, and yes, I can just say thank you when people compliment me. But I used to go the extra, are you sure? You think so? Right? All that other stuff. Like I'm trying to get more from them. And it's because I was so insecure. But I did know it was good. See what I mean? I know that sounds strange, but okay, what showed it to me best? David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. There is a character who always talks about, I'm so humble, right? And he turns out to be the villain, right? But he's this, he's just so slimy. But I heard his language, right? I kept listening to this language. And I was like, God, that sounds familiar. Ugh. And it comes out of me. Yuck. And it just was so gross to realize that that was language I was using. I mean, granted, I didn't have these ulterior motives to steal and ruin people, but I was definitely trying to get more from them, wasn't I? And I know where it comes from. And I know that it isn't something that I have to own. I don't have to own it because it's not mine. So I can say that I'm good at something and say thank you. Now, what would make it egotistical is if I'm like, I'm the best in the world and you all suck. Right? That's what makes it egotistical. I want everybody to be good with me. That's the difference. I'm looking forward to being as good as the artists that I respect. And I see myself getting closer to them, and it thrills me because I've worked hard to. And that's not egotistical. That's me believing in me. And being open to looking at all of the things in me, good and not so good, right? Or maybe I should say healthy and not healthy. Because good, bad, I don't know. Healthy, not healthy is more real. What stagnates my spirit and what grows my spirit. Okay, actually, there you go. That's a great way to look at it. What stagnates my spirit or hurts it, and what grows it and brings it joy. So I've learned to look at myself very honestly and see where my responsibilities are in situations. Because, I can point fingers and blame, right? Like, I could have decided that he was a creeper just because I was scared and out of fear treated him rudely. That lovely gentleman who showed up, right? He approached me in the most polite manner and the most respectful manner. And as, those of us who are vehicle dwellers, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, you totally get what I'm saying. There was no bang on the side of the van. It was, excuse me, ma'am. And it was from behind the van, not coming out into my doors and looking into my private space. He accepted that when my doors were open like that encompasses a certain square footage around my van that says this is my home and my cat is here and she is safe in this space. Please respect it and approach it with respect. So, and we're on BLM land, and that's not an easy thing to do, and some people don't understand. And I know when you're a newcomer, I was a newcomer, I didn't get it either once upon a time. And I get it now. There is an unspoken respect of each other's campsites because they're our homes. This is our personal space. It's where we do everything. right? And so it's, if we respect each other's personal space, we can coexist beautifully. Anyway, I don't know. I went off on some kind of tangent. Maybe there's a lot of good stuff in here. I don't know. Maybe I can pull clips out of this video. But this is the energy right now that I'm in, right? It's like this incredible, it's this awesome new moon. I feel like everything's brand new, and I can, I'm starting a new project, and already this gentleman gave me fodder. Welcome to my favorite, still favorite state of the Union. New Mexico, my friends. The land of enchantment. We live in it. Here in this beautiful, beautiful place. Wow. And I'm heading to its center, Truth or Consequences, soon. But right now, I am on BLM land outside Las Cruces, Mexico. Wow. That's just beautiful. I'm going to zoom in. Let's see how my zoom does. Wow, pretty darn good, I'd say. I mean, it's a little pixelated. Oh, wow, it's pretty cool. So they are the Oregon mountains because they look like a pipe organ. Not so much from this direction, mind you. There's definitely an angle to see the organ at. Oops, we're too close. Ooh, wasn't that lovely? That's kind of nice right there, isn't it? I think I'm going to steal this shot right out of this video. Yummy. Oh my gosh. I love this new camera on this phone. Look. Home, sweet home. Wow. Ooh. Ooh, I can even like back out a little bit, it seems, to get more of a wide angle. Wow, look at that. That's a painting right there. Oh. Thank you everyone for joining me today. If you're curious, all of the guitar is me. I decided to record me playing just some basic instrumental strumming to go along with my video. Getting tired of copyright infringement crap, so I hope you enjoy the montage coming up, and thank you for joining me, all of my new subscribers. I truly appreciate it. It feels so good to see my numbers starting to go up. And if you are coming over from TikTok, welcome to my rambling world on YouTube.
If you liked today's video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you consider doing so. And if you'd like to contribute to the journey, all the links are below. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.